Hey, what's going on, guys? So opposite of other tutorials on my YouTube channel, today I'm gonna do a styling tutorial, and I hope that you guys learn something from me. And as you notice here, I have designed a login form web page, which is I think that it'll look better. Not something amazing, but at least you can use it if you are someone new to HTML and CSS. So let's just start. And also I should mention that I just only created using HTML and CSS and not any other frameworks without the fun awesome, because we need it, because we need these objects here. So I'm gonna come here and I'm opening this. So here I'm gonna create an login.html file. So after that I'm gonna come here and type HTML, and if you are someone who is using Visual Studio, you can generate this code here. So after that I'm just gonna paste the link of Fun Awesome, because I fear if I'll lose it and copy something else replace of this. So the first thing that we wanted to do is to create a container. So I'm gonna say container, and inside this container the first element that we wanted to create is a div with a class name of text. And inside this text we're going to just pass the login. And now if you want to open this on your browser, you don't have to go manually click on its folder and open it. Here I have installed a package called live server, and this enables you to right click on your HTML web page and open it with live server, and it's going to open it on your browser right here, and you don't have to even refresh your web page to get the changes that you have done on your HTML file. So after this login, we're gonna pass the login form, not just login here, login form. And the next thing here we want to do is to create another div with the class name of field. So I'm gonna say dot field, and inside this field we're just gonna use the fun awesome. So I'm gonna pass here an I tag, and inside this I'm gonna give it a class of fa envelope envelope hash o. And now if I save it and go to the browser, you see we get this icon here. And after this we want to create an input type. So I'm going to say input, and its type is going to be text, and we're just going to give it a placeholder of email. And we want to duplicate this, so I'm just gonna copy this because we need it for password too, and copy this, Control C, and here I'm just gonna paste it and change this to something like key and key. Now here we have to change the placeholder to password. And now if I save it and go to the browser, you see that we get the key and also the field for a password. And if you notice on the main project here we have a button, so I'm going to create this button here too. I'm just going to come here and out of this div because we don't want to create this inside this field div. So I'm just going to come here and create a button, and we're going to give it a class name of we're going to give it a class name of login button. So I'm going to say class login button btn, and inside this we're just gonna pass login. And now if I save it and go to the browser, here we have the button too. And after that we need the social icon that we have on main project. Here we have all of these. We're going to create and design it later, but for now we just want to have it on our web page using HTML. So I'm just going to create a div with a class name of social buttons, and inside this we're going to create our social button too. So I'm going to say button, and we're going to give it a class name of new button. And after that here we pass the icon, this shape here, which is an icon. So not just one, something less is similar to this, which is Facebook here. So I'm just gonna say we're gonna give it a class, and just pass class, and we say fa Facebook, and fa 1x. Now if I save it, and here if you go, you have the Facebook logo here. So all we wanted to do for the LinkedIn, Google, YouTube, and Twitter. So I'm just duplicate this. If you want to duplicate this, just press Shift and Alt and press a down key, arrow key down, and we need 5 of them. So here I have created this, and we need the we just need to change it to the first one here. I'm gonna pass the LinkedIn, and we're gonna pass the Google, and we're gonna pass the YouTube, and the last one is going to be Twitter. So now I save it and go here inside this, and you see that we have everything except of Twitter. I maybe type it wrong. Twitter. I'll put a double T here. So save it and go here, and we also have Twitter. So we're done with the HTML, and I think that we dive in its fun part, which is a CSS, and it's a little bit of a challenge for us. So as you know, the first thing you have to do for writing HTML code in your on HTML codes, you have to create a file which is style.css for this file, and we have to link it up with HTML file. So inside this, I'm going to come and put its link and say style.css. So now save it, and nothing changed because we really didn't type anything. I'm going to choose everything on the web page. So I choose this, and we're going to set the margin to 0, padding to 0, and also we're going to pass a font family to it, which is sans serif. So after that, we're going to select the HTML and the body. And after that, we're going to give it just a height. So I'm going to say height, and its height is going to be 100%. Now we're going to select the body, and inside the body, we wanted to set its display to grade. Actually, I used to use Flexbox, but grade here does its job really better. So I'm going to say place item, and place item or everything in a center. So I'm going to say center, and after that we're going to give it a background color to the this web page, and its background is going to be hash C0 C0 C0. Now if I save it and go to the browser, as you see here, everything is in the center, and also our background color is looking the way that we expected. So after that, I'm gonna come and make it a little bit specific, and we're gonna select the containers. The first thing we want to do is to set its width to 400 pixel, and its background color is going to be red for now, because we can see the width here if you just don't pass any background here. For example, if I comment it out here, you see nothing, but if I just uncomment this, you will see that here we have what's going on really on our web page. So we're gonna text align to this, text align things to the center, and we're gonna give it a padding of 20 pixel, and a padding top of 50 pixel, and the padding bottom of padding bottom of 50 pixel, and this is the padding top. So now if I save it and go to the browser, it's looking like this. And yeah, so after that we're gonna come here and set this background color to the background color that we want. So I'm gonna say background, and we're gonna set it to 0 C, actually C0 C0. Now if I save it, and it's looking exactly the way it was before, but now I'll give it a box shadow. So I'm going to say box shadow, and we're going to give it -6 pixel, 6 pixel, and 12 pixel, and its color is going to be B4, B4, B4. So, and we're gonna give it give it's another color. So we're gonna say 6 pixel minus 6 pixel and 12 pixel, and its color is going to be CCC. Now, if I save it and go to the browser, it's looking like this. And if you notice, it's a little longer than this one. So let me check what's wrong here. If I came here and here I passed 400 pixel, padding 20 pixel, top 50 pixel, and bottom 50 pixel. And I also forget to give it a border radius because nothing is not. We want to have a little bit of angel there, so I'm going to say border radius, and it's going to be 6 pixel. And I don't know what's wrong, why it's looking smaller than the first one. So we will fix it. And after that, here I'm gonna come and select the text. You know, the text was the login here, this one. Where is it? Here. We choose this and we want to style it. So here I'm just gonna set its font size to 24 pixel, and its margin is going to be margin button. It's going to be 24 pixel, and its color is also going to be hash 8D. Save it here. There we go. We have it like this. So after that, we're gonna select the fields that we have inside the container, which contains the fun awesome objects and also the input elements. So here I just come here and say container, and from the container we want to select the fields. If you type the fields, it selects both of the classes, because classes are for this. So we're gonna set its height to 40 pixel, and its width to 100%, and its display is going to be flex, and we're gonna set its color to a hashtag AD and press it. And after that, we want to set its position to relative, because we want it to be we want this to be a relative. So after that, I'm gonna set its margin bottom to 10 pixel. So save it, and here, there we go, we have it. And we don't have the these objects here. Sometimes when I save it and came here, they aren't here, because to be honest, I'm offline right now, and this link is online, but I don't know how it's work. But it's just just use it. Okay. So after that, we set its margin to bottom, and we wanted to select the simple fields. So I'm going to say dot field, and from the field select the inputs, and here we're gonna set its height to 100%, and its width to 100%, because you saw that it wasn't fit to there we go, it fixed itself. And its padding from the left, it's going to be 38 pixel, and it's because we want to have those options here, and those objects actually, and its font size is going to be 15 pixel, and also we're gonna set its border to none, because we don't want to have a border around this. Now if I save it, you see that we have no border here. So, and after that, we're gonna came here, and we're gonna set its color, which is the text color inside that, a hash value, which is 8D again, and also we're gonna give it a border radius of 6 pixel, and a background color of background. If I type background, well, I will really become a good programmer. So here again, I'm gonna give it a hash value C0 C0 C0, and now if you take a look here, what's the problem? Why it goes here? So its width is 100 pixel and font size is 15 pixel. So what's wrong here? This padding is from the left, but I set it to only padding. So I'm gonna say left and save it. Everything is fine. So, and also we want to give a box shadow to this one too. I just came here and copy this out and paste it down there. So I copy this and came here and paste it. Save it, go here, we have this, and this is the problem that we have these out of here. We will fix it. So after this, we're gonna came here and we want to fix those who are out of our, we want to have these inside the input type. So we're gonna say field, and from the field we want to select the I, and inside this we're gonna set its position to absolute, because before we set its position to relative. So I'm gonna say absolute, and we're gonna set its width to 45 pixel and its line height to 40 pixel. Now save it and refresh it. There we go, we have it here. So after that, we're gonna come and select the input whenever we hover on. As you see here, nothing changed here. We will type it later. So we're gonna select the button here because it's really look bad here. So I'm gonna say dot login, and from dot login, which is dot login button, or yeah, it's dot login button. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here to make no mistake here. As you know, I'm so bad in typing, I can't see well. Margin top, it's going to be 10 pixel, and its width, it's going to be 100% because we want to it cover the whole entire container. And after this, we're gonna set its height to 40 pixel, and its border again to none, and it's we want to, whenever we move cursor, it's changed to the pointer. And after that, here we set its font size to 15 pixel, and its font size, and we're gonna set its color to the color of a hashtag, a hash password AD. And the last thing we want to do, not the last one, it's the border radius, and the border radius again is going to be 6 pixel, and we wanted to give it a background color also, because right now it's like this. I'm gonna say background, and this background is going to be hash C0 C0, and press enter as well. It will complete it for you. Again, we're gonna give it a box shadow. Oh, here I just came and copy this out, copy and paste it down here, save it, go here, and there we go, we have this also. And to get those objects here, we just refresh again to get this, and it's looking exactly like this one, except this one, which has the links of the websites, famous social media, and we will design it right now. So after that, we're gonna select the container of this social buttons. So I'm gonna say social buttons. I'm just gonna copy this, copy, and came into style.css and put a dot and put this and open this. And the only thing that we wanted to do with div is to set a margin top of only 50 pixel. And the problem before here was that we gave it paddings, margin, and that was the reason that our container was smaller than this one. So, and now here I save it to see what changed here. Something changed that you can see. So after that, I'm gonna select the new button, and we're gonna set its width to, because they are really too small, 40 pixel, and its height it's going to be 40 pixel again. And we want to change the cursor to the pointer, and also we want to set its color to hash 80 and complete it. And we want to set its font size to 15 pixel, and its border again to none, because if you have border here, it will look bad. Now for refresh, they are looking like this, and I think that I didn't choose new button. Here we have this. I'm just gonna copy this and go here, not here in HTML. I don't know if something is wrong there. I don't have the time to check it. Save it and go here, and actually voila, it's looking bigger. So again, you see that there's no angel, so angle actually, not angel. We want to set its border radius to 6 pixel, and margin from the right, it's going to be 10 pixel, and its background color again, it's going to be hash C0, and again box shadow. Oh, I'm just gonna copy this box shadow from here and paste it down here. Save it, go to the browser. We have an extra one here. I just did it and go here, refresh it, and there we go, we have it. And exactly it's look the way that we had before. It's just a little bigger, but that's okay. The only thing that we have to design here to put the hover effect on this. To start from hover, the first thing that we want to set or work on its hover is the input fields. So an input fields, whenever I click, you see nothing changed. So we want to come here and select the field, and from the field select the input, and whenever we hover on, and every time we hover on, we want to change its background color to hash C0, and we want to give it a box shadow too, and just save it. And now if I refresh and hover on, nothing changed, because maybe we select or put it wrong field. Let me just go here in HTML. I don't know how type field. I'm just gonna copy this, and came here and paste it down. So now if I save it and go to the browser, refresh it and hover on, nothing changes, because maybe the design we have here is similar to this one. Yeah, we just want to change this to this one. It will work for us. So I'm just going to copy and paste it down here and just change this to, oh sorry, I have to change here, not here. Copy and paste it here, and have the CCC here, CCC. Save it, go to the browser, refresh, and there we go, we have it. And we want to also have it for login. So also I'm gonna come and select the login button, btn, and inside this we're just gonna copy these stuff from here, copy and paste it down, and save it and go here, refresh, and because it's similar, it didn't affect on, and we have to again change it. I'm just gonna paste it here. Oh sorry, I only want to copy this, Control C and Control V, and change this to CCC. Save it, go to the browser, refresh, and why don't you have it? Login button. So here I'm not sure why I typed them wrong. If there's something wrong, I don't know. Copy, paste it, refresh. I don't know why I don't change. Damn it. Sorry. And I don't know what's the problem. Maybe I didn't select it well. So I'm just gonna come here and check it. Login button. And stupidly we didn't pass the hover effect on. Sorry. So now if I refresh it, and we again have to change here maybe. And change it to CCC. Save it. And there we go. We have this effect for this one too. And if it's like this, I can just get over of that extra class and copy this. And actually no, I'm not going to do that. And the last one is to put an effect for the fields here. So no, not for the fields here. I forgot its name. So for social button. So if you want to put a hover to it, I'm gonna come here in sl.css and just type in new and select the buttons from there, and new buttons, because we gave it the new buttons here, and it has a s at the end of it, and we want to, whenever we hover on what we want to change, is to set its width to 43 pixel, and it's also its height to 43 pixel. And after that we're gonna give it a border radius of I'm not gonna give it a border radius. And now if I save it and go here, and maybe I didn't choose the right one again. It is new button, not buttons. Oh god, it's gonna kill me. Yeah, it's working, and as you see, it's really working. And we want to have this effect that we have in these fields also for this one. So I'm just gonna copy here this one and copy it and paste it down here. Save it, go to the browser, refresh. There we go. So this is our project, and I hope that you learned something new from me. I don't know if it's explained it well, but I think that I did, because it was really so simple. But we just have to select or put things together. And I did copy this code before. Live coding is not like this. You have to type your codes so many times to get the right result. So be patient if it isn't working for you, and just watch the tutorial clearly and make sure that you path everything to its right position. Because for example, before I type this code here, I put this input type inside this I element or I tag, and it really annoys me. I really think too much, but I didn't realize anything, and after a few while I realized that it's stupidly I put this input type inside this I tag, and that's the reason that it isn't working for me. Sorry that I'm talking much, and take care guys, and if it's okay for you, just thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Okay, bye.